Hey everyone, Zaina here. In this video I'm going to be going over some of the Q&A questions that you guys submitted and just getting into that a little bit. Like I said in the last Q&A video I did, some of them will have their own video, then some of them, like this one, I'll be able to put some different questions and answers all into one, so we'll get started on that. So first question is, will people be able to buy things from the store after it's closed? The store is currently closed. I've been opening it up tentatively for people that message me ahead of time if I know they're going to be in town. And then everyone else, I've been doing a lot of online orders. So right now, if there's something specific you're looking for, you can message me. And if I have it, I'll help get you all set up and I can ship that out. So I'll be doing a lot of that in the off season as I'm in town, and that's no problem. And even if it's not something I have, if you have any questions, always reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help you pick something out, whether you get it from me or from somewhere else. I just want you to have the right gear. So question number 2, what is the best time to come for Steelhead after Christmas? That's gonna be like it depends type of situation, really. I mean, sort of like with salmon season, it's kind of hard to predict when the best time is. It's gonna vary year to year, depending on, water conditions, temperature, how the run looked earlier in the season, if you can even get on your favorite spot in the water, what type of fishing you want to do. Obviously there's certain places where if you're center pinning it might be harder to get in if there's ice over it, so it's going to vary year to year. But typically towards the spring we actually get another run of steelhead. So there's the fall run of steelhead and the spring run of steelhead. So if you're looking to come after Christmas, if you want it closer around Christmas, I mean, it's going to be like a trial and error type of thing. Personally, for me, I like to come before we get into that super deep winter, February, bitter cold garbage that I hate so much. That's just because I'm a wuss with the cold. Can't stand it. But if you can wait a little longer and come March, April time, we get a really good run of steelhead in the spring as well. Okay, so next question is, can you double your line over for other knots the way that I did in the video where I showed how to tie a double polymer? And I will be very honest, when this question got asked to me, I didn't have an answer to it. So I started trying, and as it turns out, you absolutely can do that. I haven't tried them out for strength yet, but I did just a normal uni knot where you go through, back through, wrap around 3-4 times, through the loop, back through the loop. But I did it where I doubled the line over, wrapped it around that way, and you end up with this weird double tab at the end that you have to clip. But other than that, it looked good to me, honestly. I can see how that would be stronger because you do still have the side-by-side pieces of line to take surface area, to have more surface area so that the line isn't cutting through itself as much. Like I said, I haven't really tested it out that much, but I, did all my normal tests that I do when I'm doing knots. Just you grab it, pull for strength. I usually hook it onto something tight, give it a yank to see how long until it breaks. It held up pretty well, so just something to play around with. I mean, if the normal knot that you like to use, you're used to just going through once with the line, try doubling your line over and see if it's something you can still do. Taught me something I didn't know, so it just might be a good new trick, and give it a try. I did, and it seems to be fine. Next question, why am I shorter in person than I am on the videos? I have no idea. This has been something that I have dealt with my whole life. I know this is a weird question to ask, but a couple people actually asked me. For clarification, I am 5'4". I am not tall. A lot of people think I'm much taller than I am. When they come in person, I get a lot of, you look taller in your videos. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I'm not tall. I'm average height, below average height, whatever. It's just a trick of the cameras, I guess. Okay, and then the last question is, generally speaking, what colors and lures are productive for steelhead on the Salmon River? That's going to vary a little bit depending on if we're talking fall or spring here. In the spring, black stoneflies are one of my favorites. Just something that I've noticed works particularly well during that time of year. In the fall, it's going to transition as it gets colder out, but typically for steelhead, pink, blue, and then if you're running beads, chartreuse seems to work really well. Those are some of the main ones. As far as the actual type of baits, I love Estaz flies, egg sacs, soft plastic eggs are fine, and then the pink bubblegum worms, bubblegum being in the color of it, and they're like the 3-inch real thin trout worms. Berkeley makes some. There's a couple other brands that make them. It's like the power bait ones. But typically, I mean, you can kind of vary the actual type of bait, but as far as colors, especially in the fall, pinks and blues are always my favorite go-to for the steelhead. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up for this Q&A video. I still have a lot more questions to get through that people are sending me. Everyone's still sending me questions. Keep throwing them at me. I'll keep making videos to get as much information out there as I can. I really do appreciate everyone watching the videos, and everyone that's reached out and thanked me for the content that I'm putting out. It does mean a lot. I'm doing this for you guys. I just want everyone to have a really good experience here. Come here prepared, hopefully learn something, and always have fun. So I'm gonna keep doing the videos. You guys keep throwing the questions at me, and hopefully we're all gonna learn something new.